Welcome everybody. My name is Paul Corbett from Charles Farm. I'm here in a hop yard in Kent with Klara Hajdu from White Hops Breeding Programme and John from Charles Farm, John Stringer. And we're down here for a look at the new seedlings that we've got coming through the programme. Charles Farm helped to sponsor some of the breeding programme here with Klara. And we're looking at new varieties. John, have you found anything interesting in there today?
Yeah, lots of interesting stuff. A couple that have got a lot of potential and really
some nice aromas in there.
Some lovely aromas.
So,
yeah.
Klara, what have you been up to in here this year trying to do? You've got a new, I understand there's a new part to the programme and we've got some old parts to the programme. What sort of things have you been doing on here?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mix. So we are still carrying on with the breeding programme as it's like traditionally done, creating new crosses, whatever the hop industry's requirements are. And then we're obviously making crosses for you. And we're trying to find the next best flavor varieties and something that breweries really like and then the growers can grow. So I'm also looking into some more of the genetic side of it, trying to find some modern breeding techniques to introduce in the breeding program as well. So quite busy, yeah.
Fantastic. And this is really just the first phase because we're looking at the hops here. We're rubbing and sniffing the green aromas on the hops, which then we have to get these hops picked and dried. And then we look for new aromas in the dried hops as well, because they can vary quite differently, can't they? Can be quite different.
Absolutely. So this is just, we're all led by our noses. What we like here is obviously what we're going to select and then promote for trials. Yep. So we're going to spend a couple of busy weeks harvesting these samples, individual plants, hand-picked. It's going to take some time.
It will take a bit of time.
See how they smell in the aroma assessments later on this year, and then hopefully get some brewing done with.
Yeah, and that's the next stage, isn't it? So we've got the picking, the drying, and the sampling from the noses, just to see what the hops will do on the nose.
The translation of like green to dry to brew.
Yeah, and then the brew part is probably the most important part of it.
Yeah, that's absolutely the most important part because eventually that's what's going to make
a good beer.
So,
But in here as well, we can see that there's some varieties with quite a lot of hop cones on. Hop well down, as we say, right from the top to the bottom. And then there's some which aren't quite so thick and quite so good looking. And we've got some male plants up here as well, which are have done their
part of the breeding process here. We have males and females in. So the breeding plot isn't like a commercial farm. We have a great variety of plants here. Every individual plant is a different variety potentially, and we all have males and females in the same garden until we separate them. So
it's fascinating the number of individuals we've got in here that all could be potentially a new variety, and the job is finding that needle in a haystack, that one that's really going to give us the great flavour in a beer. Well, we're going to enjoy doing that. Enjoy having the samples up in November. And having a look at those dried samples and then hopefully getting some brewing trials done later early next year with the help of some of our brewer friends as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks very much.